Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma. How was your how was your day now?
My day was okay.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So first day we talk about introduction to HTML. Sorry, introduction to web development. What it
Front
entails.
end.
Yeah, front end, everything. The tools we'll be using, the technologies we'll be using to create the front end part, or what are the things we'll use to be a front end developer, to be an expert in front end developer. That's what we look at on Monday. So today now we'll be looking at HTML, which is one of the technology that we'll talk about on Monday. So today is all about HTML, HTML, HTML. I remember that we said HTML is hypertext markup language, which is the standard structure used to create the structure of the web pages. Um, and I said that it tells the browser what the content to display, how it is organized. You understand? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can
So
hear you.
HTML is just the structural language used in web development. So you have to understand, for you to able to create a website, you have to understand how HTML is being written, and the things that are the things that are needed when writing your HTML. So those are the things we'll be looking at today. HTML actually make use of the element. HTML actually make of element, tags, and attributes. Can you hear me? It is made
Yes, we
of
can.
elements, tags, and attributes. So the HTML tags are keywords enclosed in angle brackets. They are keywords enclosed in angle brackets, such as example, you can see this P now. P is HTML tag that is enclosed in an
Okay. Angle
angle bracket.
bracket.
This is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. Now the opening tag and the closing tag, they are all the same, but the difference is that one of them has a forward slash. Example,
Okay.
this P tag now that you are seeing here now, one did not have a forward slash, while the other one have a forward slash. Now the one that do not have a forward slash is what we call opening tag.
Opening tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
While the one that have the forward slash is what we call the closing tag. So I will go to my VS Code and show you an example. All right. So this example I make use of last week. The file I make use of on Monday. I mean to say, you can see that this document now have tags. One of the tag is the head. This one is called a tag because it is enclosed in an angle bracket. So that says that this is the opening tag and this is the
Opening tab.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is the opening tag and this
Closing
is the
tab.
closing tag.
The 8 is the closing tab. Okay.
And for title 2, the first part is the opening tag, while the second part is the closing
This is the
tag.
closing tab.
Yeah. Then the body 2, this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. Then the HTML itself, this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. Do you understand?
Closing tab.
Yeah.
Okay.
So without, you cannot just write just, let's say H1 now. H1. You cannot just write opening tag like this and start writing your content. Start writing your content. It will not make sense unless you have a closing tag. You understand? That's when your browser will understand that okay, this is H1 element. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So back to our notes. Then another thing you have to take note of, or another thing that you have to know is you have to know elements, HTML elements. Now, there's no much difference between, okay, let me say, yeah, there's actually a difference between the tags and the element. But the difference between the tags and the element is that for the element have opening tag, it have content, and you also have a closing tag. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. They have opening tag, have content, and have closing tag. So
Okay.
for example, this one now that you are seeing it now is an element because in between the opening tag and the closing tag we have content.
Content like
Yeah,
words or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but there are some tags that you not actually have. There are some tags that actually have something like this. They have something like this. Get? They have something like this. Example: image tag. Image tag now. Image tag now. You can see that the only thing that the image tag have is this two angle brackets, right? Then with a forward slash. Can, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. It just have only these two angle bracket with a forward slash. So the elements now inside this image now is maybe you have image stored somewhere. You now put images advert.jpg. So this is the content of the what of the image element. This is the content of the image element. So this with this now you can now call this an element, but without this content you only call it a tag. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Then these two without content you call it opening tag and you call it closing tag, or you can say each one tag. Then the other one that you have to know in HTML is called attributes. Now the attributes now, attributes provide additional information about a particular element. Provide additional information about a particular element. For example, image tag now. The attribute of this image tag is this alt hot. This is the attribute of the image tag. Why is it the attribute of the image tag? Is because it gives us an additional information about this particular element. So for example, now maybe you display, maybe maybe you open this thing on your browser now. The image not show. Eh? The image is not show.
Mm.
This attribute now we tell the person that is opening the browser that okay, in this particular place it is image that is there, or you can say my image. So instead of the image, maybe the person is having network issue, right? The person is having network issue. So before the image now load now, the text will show first. Tell the person that this is an image. Do you understand?
But this image owner like this, in the closing tag now, it doesn't have like a backward slash then with the angle
Yes,
bracket.
yes. Some of the elements do not have forward slash, while some have forward slash. If you do not have forward slash, it will still work. If you have forward slash, it will still work.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But there are some elements that you have to put that forward slash. Example, paragraph, H1, H2, H3, section, all those elements. Well, we'll get there. I'll
Mm,
show you some elements. Yeah.
okay.
So that's that for that. Then now example of element. Now there's also another thing about attributes, right? One, you can say class or ID. So this class that you're seeing here now is also an attribute of this particular element. Or ID is also an attribute of this particular element. But this class and ID, what they are used for is for styling, or when you want to use it with JavaScript. That's what that's where you will use class and ID attributes. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's move to example of um example of elements or tags, HTML tags. So we have heading, we have paragraph, we have list. Now for heading, when it comes to heading, right? In HTML, this thing I'm just talking about is just like your writing document in your word this thing application. You get, in
Okay.
your word application now we have heading, we have maybe you want to write your project now, you must have heading now.
Yes.
You must have paragraph, you must have list, maybe you list some things. You understand?
Yes.
Maybe then
Yeah.
you can also have tables now. Maybe you have maybe your project work you have table, so you have to put some things. So it's just like that. HTML is just like that. It's just building structure of your of your web pages. You understand? But the way we write it in Word document is different from the way we write it in HTML.
Okay.
So in Word documents now, in Word documents, you can actually write them step by step. But when it comes to HTML, you write them inside each other. You write them
Okay.
inside each other. Yeah. So coming back to this HTML tag now, we have heading. Heading stand for the tag that represent heading is H1 to H6. So the H1 is the highest heading, followed by H2, followed by H3, followed by H4, followed by H5, followed by H6. H6 is the smallest of the heading that you will see in HTML. So let me go to my VS Code and show you. So this is H1 now, right? So let me say this is this is H1, heading 1, heading 1, and let me put. So if I want to write heading 2 now, it will be H2, H2.
H2.
Yeah. What of H3? What of edit 3? What will I write?
This is the H3.
H3. Good. H3. For edit 4, what will I write?
H4.
H4. But can you see my screen? In this my screen now, you can see H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Then you see head, you see header, etc. This header two, this header two is another HTML element that is used to define heading in HTML. You understand? But we'll get there. We'll get there.
The H2.
No, I mean this. I mean this
The H.
header. This header you can
Header.
see, yeah.
Okay, okay.
So I will open it on my browser now using the live server. Can you see it? This is the H1, this is the H2, this is the H2 actually, this is the H3, and this is the H4, so on and so forth. So when it comes to H6 now, you see that H6 is the smallest. This is H6. Oh, right. You see the H6?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the smallest heading element. Smallest heading element. And we also have paragraphs. We have paragraph. This paragraph is used to display blocks of text. So maybe you know now your normal Word document, you want to write paragraph, you know how to write paragraph now, you know how paragraph look like, right?
Yes.
So it's still the same thing as our HTML too. Then listing. When it comes to listing, there are two common types of listing, right? We have on order list, while we have order list. On order list, those come in bullet point. It comes in bullet points. Maybe your project now, maybe you want to list some of the items that you use in your project, and you know to list them. You know to actually list them in numbers, so you can use bullet points. Now, how to use bullet points in HTML is use UL. The UL is the parent element. Okay, let me just write it in my VS Code here for better understanding. Sorry, this thing I wrote here now, that to be in the body element to between the
The
body tags.
H1.
Yes, everything must be inside the body element, because that's what actually display on the browser. Because if you put it outside the body element, it will display, but it's not advisable and it's not professional. That's not how they write code. The way they write code is
Oh,
you put all your content, all your HTML,
in the
all your
body.
elements inside the body tag. That's the proper way to
Okay.
write it. Now I want to write on order list now. On order list, what I'll do is place on order list element, and then list. What you use for listing is li. The HTML tag you use for listing is li. That's list. So maybe I want to write playlist now. So I'll duplicate it. Yeah. So let me say this is list one. This is list one. This is list two. This is list three. So if I open it on my browser now, I see them. You can see that it comes in bullet points.
Your screen is half. Okay, Abi is my own.
Screen is half. I seen it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah. So it comes in bullet points. Why the other one is on list? Sorry, the other one is order list. other list. The first one is on other list, while the second one is other list. So that other list comes in numbers. It comes in numbers. So let's say the other list now comes like this. Then let me copy this and paste inside here. Can you see it now? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just more of how we write our document, but now this one is in a programming form. Programming form. Then we also have some other
Is
HTML
it U1 or be UL
is UL.
on the UL on the on order?
Yes, yes, UL. Why
Okay.
the other
Okay.
is OL.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we also have another. We have many of HTML elements too. One of them is links, images, tables. So links is used to navigate to another page or another website. Do you understand? So maybe for example, now you want to create a multi-page website now. You can make use of link. This element that you are seeing here, you can make use of it to link to another page in your document. So for example, let me create two files. Let me create two files. So this is okay. Let me use now. I want to use link now, right? Now I want to link to another page. I want to link to this page called index.html.
Sorry, how did you get to this AH? Did you type it on your laptop like that?
I just click on. I'm in VS Code now. So if I click on A now, it will bring it will bring many things for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I already know that the first one is the link. So I just click on enter. So it give me this stuff. I seen it. So
Yes.
yeah, it give me the opening tag, the closing tag of the link.
Yes.
So now I
Yes.
want to
Yes.
link to index.html, which I've already created in my folder. So assuming I have two files in my folder now, one is piece.html while the other one is index.html. What I'll do is I'll
Okay.
just come here, I'll write index.html. That's the site I want to link to, or that's the another page I want to link to. So I'll say
Mm.
go to another page. So when I open this on my browser now, you see what we now I want to go to another page. Okay. That other page said I've already done this thing before. So let me use this one. Let me use this one. Let me use H1. Index1.html. I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Index1.html. That's another page I link to, or that's another website. So you can actually use this link now. This link element. So actually use this link element now to do what? To link to another website. Maybe you want to link to another website outside your own website. You can also link to it too using linking element. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Then images. I've talked about image before. Then for tables, hmm, use tables are used to display data in rows and columns. They are used to display data in rows and columns. So for example, let me just copy this one because of time.
Wait, can you go back? My network was like bad.
All right. So I say that tables are used to display data in rows and in columns.
Okay.
Yeah. So example now, this is an example table. I will explain this. Let me just copy this and paste my VS Code. I will explain it. Now for table, you can see that. Okay, let me first display it first. Let me display it. Let me use this other one. Let me use this other one. This is what I used to teach one of my students. I see the piece.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So this is table. Now for you to write table elements, right? First of all, you say table. Then inside the table element, in between the table, that's where you now put all the things.
Is it in the body?
You say
Is it going to be like in the body?
yes. As I've said it before, everything that you are writing in HTML will always be inside the body, which is all the content you'll be displaying on the browser will always be in the body.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So in this table elements now also have other elements under it. They have other elements under it. So the first one is the table row. First one is the table row. The table row is used for you to create. It is used for you to create a row in HTML. Then inside that
Okay.
row now, row in HTML. Inside that row now, we also have table heading, which is TH. TH represents table heading, right? Now,
Okay.
for this particular table, now I want to create three heading. I want to create name, subject, and marks. So what I'll do is I'll say name. I'll copy this and paste. Name, subject, and marks. Marks. Yeah. So I'm done with the first row. The first row carry the table heading, right? And the second row now carry the table data. To carry the table data. So that's why you are seeing TR. So in between the TR now, is another element that is called TD, table data, right? You are seeing it. The TD element represents a data cell in a table. It represents a data cell in what? In a table. So I will say TD. Say TD. I will say John, then I'll duplicate it. Duplicate again. I'll say John, Matt, then 85, 85. So that's the first row. The second row
Why
too.
did you duplicate at the top? Sorry.
Say
You duplicated what was at the like below at the
yes,
top again. Why did you duplicate it?
so that I can use it to explain it for you.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why I duplicated it.
But on a normal note, I can just continue on that.
Yes. But you know that the first one is the table heading. So like what actually make you to understand it more is that when you know the meaning of each of the elements. So you should know that whenever you see table, opening tag and closing tag, you know that okay, you want
Mm,
to create elements. Whenever you see TR, you should know that, oh, this is a row cell. I want to create a row
So
inside my table. Whenever you see TH, you should know that I want to create data head.
full heading, like a heading.
Yes, heading in my table, right? Then whenever you see TD, you
Mm.
know that this is a data cell.
Data cell.
Yeah, so that's it. So let me open this and show you. So this is the one I was creating. I was using to explain why this is the one I copied from the other part. You understand? If I put border now inside the first one, if I put border inside the first one now, inside the first table, you see that the first one will also have border. Have you seen it? Have you seen the border?
Yes.
Yeah. Even even the th self, the th, how like the bonus of the th is different from is different from the font size of the td. Are you seeing it different?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's how it is when it comes to table.
How did you do the
The boldness,
yeah.
it's just
Mm.
I don't do anything to the boldness. So you just, since you already specify that th is already
That's the
at
heading.
th, yes, is the heading. So your HTML will automatically convert it to heading so that people will know that, okay, this is head, while the other one is the data. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So in your own spare time, or I will give you assignment, sha. So you create another table. But that will be assignment. So let's just continue for the now. Then we also have another important element in HTML is forms. I know that you have used Data State University website before. You have used so many websites before. You have used Jumia website before. You have used any website at all. Most websites actually have forms. It's either you want to register on the website, or
Mm-hmm.
you want to log into the website. Maybe you have created an account before and you want to log in, or maybe you want to contact the owner of the website using the contact form. Ehen. So all those one are being created with what? The form element. Now the form element comes in different pattern. It comes in opening tag and the closing tags. Let me use this as an example. Everything still come inside the form, the body element actually. So for you to write your form, you start with form.
It's just like everything is already there for you.
Yes, exactly. So you write it form. Then we have inside the form we have so many elements too. We have placeholder, we have input, we have label,
Label.
uh, all those ones. So input, now let's use input. Input now, remember this thing I told you earlier, that when I was talking about Word document and HTML, in Word document you can just write them like that,
Yes.
but in HTML you put them inside each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you are seeing that input now is inside another element that is called form.
Okay.
So this input now, remember that when you are filling form, there's one line that you put your name, you put your email,
Yes.
put your phone number, you put all those one. Is and that line that you are seeing now is the input element. So let's say now, and the input element have different attributes too. They have different attributes. One of the attributes is the type attribute. The type attributes telling you that what the user will put inside this particular input form or the input field. Yeah. What is the thing that the user will put inside the input field? The type of the type of the information. Let me use it like that. The type of information the user will feed inside the input field. So if you
Okay.
say type now, you can just write anything inside the input field. Maybe type now, type test. If you say type should be test, that means that you can write your name, your phone number, all those kind of stuff. Then when you say the type should be email, that's tell you that
Mm.
this particular field you only put email inside.
Okay.
If you say tel, like tel, it means that you want to put phone number.
Phone
So
number.
via phone number. So anything that will be there should only be phone number.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have so many of them like that. We have so many of them. If you say type button, you say type button, means that that particular input field is used for button. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So we also have another HTML attribute that is called placeholder. This placeholder now we tell the user that okay, with this place you put your name, or this place you put your phone number, or this place you put your email. So for example now let me say name. If I
Mm.
open this now on my browser, you see this? Can you see it?
No,
You are not seeing it.
it's like half.
Like okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Are you seeing it?
I
Let
can see it.
me let me remove all this one. So I just comment all this one out now, like I comment them out. It will not show on the browser. You can see it now, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So this tell you that this place should be what? Should be name.
Name.
But if I start writing my name now, you see that that name now disappear.
Yes.
So that's placeholder. That's what it is used for. It's an attribute. Then you can also have any other attribute. Let me see. You can also have other attributes too. Okay. Uh, don't worry. As time goes on, we'll talk about any other attribute. Another attribute is class name, is class or ID, which is for styling or when you want to apply your JavaScript. That's another attribute. But the most important thing, the most important attribute you have to understand when it comes to form is the type. The type, because that's when the user will, because that's the place where the user will put their this thing, their information. You understand? So let's say the type now should be email. If you say the type now should be email, by the time you put, by the time you put only bernard.com here now or Gmail, right? It will not work. It will not actually work, sha, but I'm not submitting now, sha. I'm not submitting. Assuming if I have a submit button now to tell you that this place should have able to show and save. Please include at in the email address. Are you seeing it?
Okay.
Bernard.gmail is
Yes.
missing and that is telling you that you have to put at at something at Gmail or at Yahoo or at Google, anything.com. So if I put this now, you see that the error have disappeared, right?
Mm.
Uh,
I also noticed that since you do not add like the placeholder,
yes,
if you'd have added placeholder like email, it would have shown like this name,
yes,
the one
yes,
that we
yes.
did for name.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So you should. So most times you can put so that there, or you can actually leave it. You put it, it doesn't mean. But for you to help your users, you just have to put it email so that they will know that this particular feed is for what? Is for email.
Mm.
You understand? Yeah.
Mm.
Then uh yeah. So inside the input form, right? You know that whenever you are filling your form, your normal regular form, you have a button where you can click on submit. Then it will now submit it to the server. So inside your
Mm.
form, you must always have a submit button. You must always have a submit button for the user to know that okay, I'm filling a form and I need to submit it. You understand? You submit it,
Mm.
so it's a button. What we are just doing now, we are just doing HTML. We are learning how to create. Well, we are learning how to use HTML to create the structure of our web page. This is just a uh, teaching pattern. The time we call whereby we will create a register form. We create a register form. You understand? Then yeah,
Okay.
common form elements. We also have form. Now, okay, let me talk about this label. This label is just this label can be on top of your of each of the input field. The label can be on top each of the input field, right? Name, email, email. So now this one to also tell your user that okay, this particular input field is for what? Is for email. Or this particular input field is for what? Is for name. Or this particular input field is for what? For something else.
Can
Yes.
you go back again to the email to the label again?
All right. For the label, we just write label then name. Then
It's after the form you will have to like add the label before your input.
yes, 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 yes. So you can put it that okay, like each of the input field must have a label. Each of the input field must have a label. But it's not a must to.
Mm.
It's not a must. But sometimes it's good you put it so that people will know that okay, this input field is for so so so. This input field is for so 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 something. This input field is for so so something. You understand? You understand?
Yes.
All right. And now, as I said earlier, that we have different type of HTML elements, tags, and attributes. Now, HTML is the root element. HTML is also a tag which represent the root element of an HTML document. Head, it contains the metadata about the page. Title, set the browser tab title. Body contains visible page content. H1 main heading. P paragraph of text. A create hypertext. Href specify link destination. Image, which is img, display an image. Src specify image source. Then attribute, alt alternative text for images. Ul is another element on other list. Ol other list. Li list items. Table create table. Tr table row. Td table data, etc. You understand? So I'll send this note, but
Oh.
this is not everything. No, this is not
Mm.
everything. So now I will send the assignments later, sha. I'll send the assignment later, then I will send to you. I'll send the assignment to you. Or okay, the assignment is even there safe. So you do the assignment, the exercise, basic page structure, create an HTML file that include this. In practice, create a page that will display H1 to H6. Exercise paragraph and line breaks. Write 3 paragraph about front-end development and so on and so forth. Then most important assignment that I want you to do is this. I want you to write. I don't know. I don't know if you can do it too, but that's what I do. That's what I give my students at my workplace. I tell them that they should write
Okay.
30 HTML elements and their meaning. I've already give you how many is those? Okay, here is 25. Here is 25. But this 25 is not everything. So you can still go and search, but make sure that you write 30. But I've already given you 25. Oh. So the 30 that you write
Okay.
now, everything that you write in that 30 must not. It can be
Be among this.
it can be among, it might not be among, but you do what? But just make sure that, or okay, let's do it 50. 50. Is it too much?
It's not too much now.
Eh, so you submit that one, right? You submit that one using that Google document. Submit it using that
Okay.
Google document. Why the this thing, uh, the code, now I'll tell you,
Mm.
there's something you need to download called live server. Live server.
Okay, you just send me the logo.
It's not listing, it's not about logo. Let me show you here. When you open your browser, right? Sorry, when you open your
Mm.
VS Code, eh? You see something, you see file, you see search, you see source
Mm.
control, you see run and debug, you see extension. So when you click on the extension now, to now take you to somewhere here. Now you just search for live server. Live server. You click on it. When you click on it, you will now see installed. In place of this, in this place now, you see installed. So when you click on that installed, when you click on the installed, when you click on installed,
Mm.
you install it. So when you install it, it start working. So what Lifesaver helps you to do is that it helps you to preview your code on this website final. It helps you to preview your code on the browser. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you know understand, you can still come to my DM and ask me. I will still guide you.
No problem,
Yeah,
sir.
I will also upload this video on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any question?
No, not really. Maybe when I start trying out the assignment, I'll have more questions.
That's no problem. That's fine.
Just tell me the notes, I can go back to it. When is the submission date? Our next class?
Yes, Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Yes, but it can be morning, morning, afternoon, or it should
Oh,
always be. It should always be uh, before the assignment, before the class time. Then on Sunday
okay.
too. Okay, I don't know, but let's just see how it goes, On Sunday, that's where I will now reveal everything. Then I will now give you feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
All right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank
Fejiro,
you.
Fejiro, I hope you are learning. So
Yeah,
please,
yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
meet Fejiro.
Yeah.
Fejiro is my first student. So he said he wants to join us so that he can do a recap of everything that we have been learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Fejiro meets Peace, our new
All
student.
right, boss.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Now I will create a group chat where three of us will
Okay.
be inside there.
Okay.
All the assignments will be dropping there, and whenever you do your assignment, drop it there too.
Okay.
Fejiro,
Oh,
you'll be using this.
Yeah.
We'll be using documents, Google documents. You know how to use it now.
Yes, yes, I do.
So no problem. All
All
right,
right, boss.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.